medieval dynasty, and we're back with Sambo, who's as burly as ever, and we're here to find out the female of the group of adventurers that was, hanging around Gordon, the uncle, with a mind hopefully to finishing this bloody quest, which dragged on forever so far. And so I don't know. I really hope this doesn't go on too much longer. I just really want to unlock the ability to build more buildings for my village. So, without further ado and without wasting any more time, let's interrogate Sambo about where to find Estrel. As always, I'll let you read. I'm not going to read this all out for you. Oh my word. $20 beetroot, 20 onions, 20 cabbage, and 20 carrots. And I suppose I've got to run around to a village. This guy couldn't live any farther from any of the damn villages now, could he? Where's Boopy? Here you are. Hey, stand still. Hey. Here's your food, you muppet. Monica. All of that for you to tell me she's in freaking Monica. Where the hell? Oh my word. Really? Monica it is. Someone had better be something freaking amazing. Where's this woman? This is so boring, having to run from village to village for this inane quests. Okay, so I can narrow it down as to Olga, Leonardo. It's got to be a woman, right? So that's the dude. That's not the one I want. She wanted to trade it. It's a blacksmith. Who are you? The village pumpsman. No, it's not you. Stupid door. But you're not meant to actually jump over fences. No, it's not you, and there's nobody inside there. Who are you? Not you. Gertrude. Not expecting this to be a young woman either.
Greetings, stranger. Have a good day.
Could you think I could just speak to the people and if you look, someone named Kestrel, that's a rather unique name. I know exactly who that is.
Greetings, stranger. See you soon.
Oh, what do we know? My word, finally. Stand up next to the mountain, I chop it down with the edge of my hand while I pieces and make an island. Might even raise a little sand. Oh my goodness. Rasimir, Lorden's nephew. Special potion. Oh my goodness. Okay. Potion of sobriety. I hope the devs watch this video because this quest is crap. It's boring ass bloody stupid bitch quest from one place to another across this whole freaking map that you have to run on. It's shit. I don't like it. It's a boring part of the game. It's so unbelievably boring. And it's such a waste of time. Okay? You want to get play hours out of me? Okay? Then give me content. Give me a reason to spend time. Don't cap me behind your boring ass quest before I can board the Dynasty the game is all about. Right. Kestrel still drunk out of her brackets. But now we have the potion of sobriety for her. Back, it's all going to be okay. Just drink this. Famous last words. What's going on? Who are you, those eyes? Yeah, it's not a ghost, lady. I understand. I'm sorry I've been quite distant. You've been pissed out of your brackets, is what you've been. Badges gliding through the window. It's nice to see me and your uncle working together. Trade mostly. Right. I want to be rude, but I've already spoken to Unigost. I've actually met Sambo and Wolbrad as well. I know about your mission. Very good to hear that. I wasn't a very good liar. Friend of mine did it pretty well. Yes, your friend Lorden, I know about that too. Don't actually, no one told me. Okay, so the pack was all we had until the day it all fell apart. But you probably already know about that as well. If you can hear some noise in the background, that would be the washing machine. Sorry about that. I don't actually, no one has told me yet what had happened. It seems the boys would rather tell you about the happy days, but it seems that you already handled the realness well. Yeah, let's just get this over with, please. Okay, so now we're getting on. Was staying for a job in a town called Nevers, spent weeks there. Everybody started to get a little nervous, a little frustrated because London was planning it all on his own. He was more secretive. Okay. And Lorden finally revealed his plan. It sounded like a joke. Weeks of planning for a job so simple, we could do it with our eyes closed. Well, it probably didn't go down that easily, did it? Everything went according to plan, no surprises. When you just loading the cargo onto horses, when I saw Warren walking towards us alone, he said that Lorden split up with him and should be right back. I didn't like that. There was no reason for him to split, so I decided to go and check. Smelled his posh perfume from a mile away, so it wasn't hard. Scribe chamber, that's when I saw it. If it wasn't for the ears, I would never have recognized him. His face was bashed in so hard you could almost see the floor through it. Lorden was standing by the rat man's body, wiping blood off his hands. He did it with a bottle of mead, which he took a sip of. I'll never forget how casually he looked at that moment, like it was the most normal thing to do. He hid some kind of book or journal behind his belt, and then he noticed me. For a second there, I thought I saw his true face, his pure reaction to see me. It wasn't fear, it wasn't shame, it was just annoyance. He scowled at me for ruining his plan, for insubordination. His honest reaction, even he couldn't control, and just like that his face changed completely. Said we needed to run, that we were not safe. You explained. We ran to our brothers in arms, got the horses and escaped. I'd seen Lorden broke the most sacred laws of Zen. He was trying to explain himself, but all that we heard was more and more lies. Trust had been broken, talking, arguing the whole night. Dawn wore it was first leave. We always kind of treated him like a younger brother who forced himself on a journey, but he was the most mature of us all, and it was clear at the end. Sambal left, then I did the same. Unigost stayed with Lorden. He couldn't live without him. Okay. Right. Yeah. Come on. What is this all culminating to? Oh my word. Someone who's just come out of a blind drunk hangover, she sure is chatty. Sob story. Gee whiskers, just get to the point here. Maybe he could have changed. Maybe if the baby wasn't. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Born dead. Don't be sorry. That's what happens. He was happy about it, or at least appeared to be. Didn't want to hear me when I was saying that it could be. Or he wanted a boy, a mini Lorden, to keep him company, but he wouldn't have worked. Not That time, at least, wasn't his. Okay. Wasn't a good answer. You tried to keep them both happy. Oh, great. He was murdered. Okay. Managed to find the location of the medic who was examining Lawton's body and who decided to burn the corpse in the same day, which seems bizarre. No, I wanted to, but my demons caught up with me. You got blind drunk is what happened. Suspects, okay. Oh my word. Still with the dialogue. I mean, it's quite the story, but, really. Mark the location of the medic's house in your map. I don't know the exact place. You'll have to find it, speak with him, and report to me. Let me guess. This is going to be... It's not on the other side of the map, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually not that far away. Now, there has been an update. Look at the controls here quickly. And they've added third-person mode. Change camera perspective. Key. Ah, look at that. We have a face. And really drab clothes. That's a bit of a change. Oh, what do we have here? Ah, hello, I'm looking for a medic. Is that you? Who's coming? Alright, okay. Why is this guy shouting? Who are you calling a relic? This guy's deaf. Oh my word. You remember Jordan? It's good. I was afraid you were a good thing. I never had children then. Right. Haven't seen anything go away. Important. I have to know how he died. But remember, I'm old, you shouldn't be asking such things anyway. But I need to know the truth, and you're the only one who can help. His nephew, I came to the valley after I lost my parents at the war, looking for him and the relative I have left. You don't have a hearing problem after all. Oh my word. Same reason I won't be telling you anything about Lawton. Not joking. Do you think I enjoy living all that worlds like this? I don't want to end up in the same way as Lawton. I already said too much. Leave. No, please, I'm begging you. I want to die on my own terms, not due to metal poisoning. Help you leave the valley, make you safe. Living in the woods, scared for your life. That's not the way it's. Your horse and some supplies, and I'll tell you what I know. Don't forget, it was worth a try. It's a wife as well. Oh my word. Oh, there you are. Why are you hiding in the bloody tree? Yes. Have a freaking torch to the face. You're right. Lorden was murdered. Yeah, once I was hoping I was just paranoid, but after it was true. The killers are down. Not yet. The old medic is completely cowed. And his lost years living by himself in a cabin in the forest. I wouldn't call that a cabin. Really wouldn't call that a cabin. It's a shelter, a hovel or something. Which arranges escape from the valley. What do we need to get him? A horse, some supplies, and someone to protect him on the way. Leave the horse to me. I've always had to work with horses. I'm close to the stable. I'm sure. Gets me out. I need to get the rest. Right. Supplies, which should give some coins, preserve meat, and a water skin full to the rubby. Victor tried talking to Domagoj. He lives in Jitsu. Oh, great. Does me a favor. He should, I remember. Him being pretty agile. There you are. Come to ask your help. You don't like wasting time, do you? I'm sorry, it's just the matter's pressing. Kestrel said you owe her one. And this woman, I thought she'd just like me back. Never mind. What does she need? Old man who needs escort. He needs travel out of the valley. It shouldn't take more than 2 days. Why can't you help me? I don't have a crossbow anymore. It said broke due to me being an idiot and losing in some stupid rule game. Oh my word. And if I get you a new crossbow, then I'll do it. I'll be back with your weapon. Where do I just pull a crossbow out of my butt now? Like, seriously. Talk to Ida. Talk to Ida. Seriously? Talk to Ida. Look where I am right now. I'm right in the bottom of the freaking map. I have to go all the way up there to talk to Ida with her stupid little riddle games. Just to get this guy. Oh my word. Okay. Right. So, I've got the crossbow. There it is over there. Where did this guy go now? I had to have fish on me. And guess what? This is the only place you can buy fish. So I had to go here to there, only to find out I need fish to get the crossbow, so I'd have to come all the way back to here. Now you tell me, that isn't a freaking slap in the face for this quest. And bear in mind, this isn't part of the main quest, this is a sub-quest of the main quest. So, well, I may have only just gone east a little bit. And then once again, I had to go all the way across the map, back, and then back again in order to complete this quest, and then all the way back. So I had to go there, back, there, and again. That's a hell of a run. The guy that designed this quest needs a smack. Or the person, okay, let's just say, okay, fine, the person that designed this quest needs a smack upside the head, okay? They obviously didn't run this quest themselves. Yes, I have your crossbow. Well, crossbow, how did you get it? I've awoken my inner angler. Yeah, no, I haven't. I don't want to ask for the details. The only thing that matters is that I respect my hands. Tell Kestrel that when I'm ready when she is. So, we've got all the stuff that we need to deliver. That's the 500 500 coins, which is going to really eat into my purse. 500 coins, which is going to really eat into my purse. 500 coins, which is going to really eat into my purse. 500 coins, which is going to really eat into my purse. 500 coins, which is going to really eat into my purse. 500 coins, which is going to really eat into my purse. 500 coins, which is going to really eat into my purse. 500 coins, which is going to really eat into my purse. 500 coins, which is going to really eat into my purse. 500 coins, which is going to really eat into my purse. 500 coins, which is going to really eat into my purse. 500 coins, which is going to really eat into my purse. 500 coins, which is going to really eat into my purse. 500 coins, which is going to really eat into my purse. 500 coins, which is going to really eat into my purse. 500 coins, which is going to really eat into my purse. 500 coins, which is going to really eat into my purse. 500 coins, which is going to really eat into my purse. 500 pretty dried meat, which has already eaten into my purse, and the water skin, which I luckily found. Didn't have to buy. So let's see what Kestrel has to say. Right, what's our status? Alright, I have all the supplies we need. Great, and what about Domagog? Domagoj? Whatever the guy's name is. Convinced him he's waiting for your signal. Very good, we managed to get us a horse. Looks like we have everything we need. Right, let's not waste any more time then. Go to the medic and tell him that everything is waiting for him in Hornica as soon as he gave you the name. Everything's ready and waiting for you in Hornica. Because of Mjolnir's blood and same as him, I always keep my word. Alright, Damien said if it wasn't for those eyes, fine. I'll tell you what I know, then I'm out of here and advise you to do the same. I was awakened in the middle of the night. A cloaked man said there'd been an accident and someone was in need of my attention. I wasn't thinking much of it. That's part of my duty, and I was half asleep on top of that. So I grabbed my mantle and walked out with a stranger. Rain was pouring down from the sky, so heavy it almost hurt. Here comes the monologue. I've realized that man was taking me to the Castellan's house. I asked him about it and he confirmed the accident happened to the Castellan. He said his voice was so faint I could barely understand him. He went to the house and there I saw Lorden. It was clear to me that I had been lied to. I wanted to run, but the cloaked man blocked the way out. Well, Lorden's throat was sliced open. Well, he looked peaceful, as if he'd been sleeping. His eyes were closed. The wound was elegant. The cut was really precise. I wonder if Lorden had even realized he was dying. The man spoke to me with the same faint voice before he told me to burn the body as soon as the rain stopped. That way I wouldn't even need to lie because everyone would presume a disease. So that's exactly what I did, and he helped me. He helped me move the body and light it up. He helped me scrub the blood off the floor and burnt the sheets. He was very polite, calm, but not cold. In the end, he asked me if he needed to threaten me with death. I denied. It was clear to me from the moment I saw the blood. I went back to my affairs and never told anything about it to anybody. Then a couple of weeks later, I've run from Gustovia, fearing for my life. Because the man in the cloak became the Castellan himself. No! Cue Darth Vader's anguished scream. Can't be. Sorry, my child, you're lying. He would never have done it. What was his name? Well, you know his name. It's Unigost! Alright. Maybe this is the end. Okay. So we're back to Gustovia. Okay, Unigost, time to spill the beans. How's life treating you? It's like a father. What do you mean? Strict but fair, I guess. Very mature of you to say. You really are growing. Seeing more and more of the shades of grey, huh? Oh, I do. But grey still consists of black and white. There are things good and bad. Right and wrong. It doesn't change that. Never said it does. Tell me more about my uncle. I'm not sure if I have time for stories. I'm certain you'll find some. Alright, maybe one story. Just remembered a good one. Me and Lorden and Volrad were trying to catch this rooster who swallowed a bunch of poles, and tell me about his death. Rasimir, I've told you already, he passed away in his sleep. But people don't usually die during their sleep, do they? Time is merciless. Lorden was old man already. Did he die of old age then? No. A disease? Some ravaging sickness? No. How come you didn't wake up the next morning? Russia, I've never lied to you. So why start now? I knew this day would come. Finding words to describe it, to explain, it seems abstract, undoable. But the silence has been burning a hole in my chest for far too long. I did it, Rosemary. I killed my best friend, my brother. Don't call him that. I understand your pain, your feeling of betrayal, but I'm begging you, believe me, that it will be no pleasure whatsoever. Why? It's complicated. Well, I mean, you don't just kill somebody simply, now do you? So the options here is, was it greed you wanted to be Castellan instead of him? Was it jealousy? Living all these years in Lord's shadow, the sense of inferiority that must have been constant for you? Was it vengeance for how he toyed with Kestrel, robbing you of your one true love? Decisions. You're looking for a reason I hated him, you found one. But I didn't kill him out of hatred. What he did to Kestrel was awful, but he didn't try to be cruel. Besides, every part of this love triangle was hurting someone. We're all to blame. What about the baby? Could have been a father. Doesn't matter who was the father. This beautiful baby boy didn't draw even one breath of air. His life was over before it began. That's the real tragedy. It was yours, Kestrel told me. You serious? Yes, it was your child that burned on that day. All these years, I've never stopped wondering. My son, may you rest in peace. I didn't know what good of a father I'd been, but I would love you to the end of days. Was it greed? Was it jealousy? No, that was all it. So why did you do it then? Out of fear of Lorden's doings, of what he would become. After he killed that man in Navis, I stayed with him when everyone else left, but I couldn't stop thinking about what he did, how little it bothered him. He was angry at them for breaking up the pack, but he didn't see his fault in it. And what was worse, he didn't even seem troubled by taking a man's life. That's when I started wondering, has he done that before? Gordon didn't want to stop the mission. I convinced him that it was time for it and we should move to the valley. I thought we could put all of what happened behind us, just rest and try and find happiness in the little things. Gordon had a restless mind. For him, not moving up, not breaking another barrier was torture. When we arrived here, there was only a couple of villagers. We built ourselves a house in Gustovia. I truly believed this would be enough, but not for Lorden. A week had not passed when he declared that he wanted to travel and meet the king, and he's planning to do it alone. 2 weeks later, he came back as the new Castellan of the Valley. He moved into his own house for appearances, as he called it. Since that moment, he was getting more and more distant from me, from anyone. I'd been seeing him walking around Gustrovia like a true leader, shaking hands, hugging babies, making small talk, always with a big smile on his face. He seemed really great. He didn't know what was hiding behind that smile. We were living right next to each other, and yet after some time we were talking only a couple of times a year. He was afraid of me, afraid of my moral compass. He didn't want me to restrict him anymore. Moral compass from a pickpocket. Conscience was a burden, so he got rid of it entirely. And that's when his worst side took control of him. Didn't see any shred of sincerity left, just a constant mask. Years went by, he was doing more and more. He was going more and more often to meet with the king, so one day I started a little investigation. What I found out sickened me. Lorden had become the very thing he sought to eradicate. Pestered lord whoring around with his filthy friends, getting rich off people's misery. He was benefiting from wars, selling weapons, shaking hands with rapists, just to be in their good graces. He had to be stopped. Took me months, years to get to it, and I feel responsible for every wrong he had done during this time. I should not have hesitated, but killing my own brother had felt unimaginable. Yet I knew I was the only one who could do it. I sneaked into his house during heavy rain. He was sleeping so peacefully, as if all the sinister thoughts had left him for the night. I was staring at his face for what felt like ages before I took up my blade, made one clean cut, and it was over. He didn't even open his eyes, and just like that, it was done. Ay, ay, ay. You know what's going to happen now, right? You will pay for what you've done. I do, and I'm not going to fight it. Whatever you decide, I will accept. Well, jeez. The options themselves are monologues. I understand your reasons. It required a strong will and a good heart to do it. What you did, you don't have to do what you did, but the blood has been spilled. You should leave the valley and never come back. I am so eager to just get this quest over and done with so I can move on with the game. Just leave the valley. Just leave and never come back.
I never had a chance to meet my uncle. To judge his character on my own. But I got to know you, Unigost. And though I do not condone your actions, I understand the reasons. To be a man is not to never err, but to make hard decisions when they are necessary. You made yours. And it's something you will need to live with for the rest of your life. As will I.
Okay. Can I build more houses now? Please. Buildings 5 of 5. So the information I looked up on the internet about the restrictions on the buildings, I went through this whole stupid quest line for nothing. Well, that sucks. I'm really kind of miffed with that. And what are my rewards? What did I get out of that? Rewards: max development stage, hermitage, building limits 1. Okay. But that, yeah, obviously I didn't bring 1,000 logs. So I lost 500 coin and more because of the. So what did I actually get? What was the point of the storyline? Where's the reward? Why did I run from pillar to post across the whole freaking map, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards? For what? Because I got a little bit of skills out of it. But I mean, I still can't build more buildings. I still can't get more people in. Is the story quest even worth it? It's a lot of monologues. It's a lot of long, drawn-out stories. It's a lot of running backwards and forwards over the huge map. My advice to anyone who's watching this video and has not played Medieval Dynasty yet, or hasn't played the newer iteration with this quest, forget the storyline. Wait until you're bored with your village before you start running around doing this. You have a horse or something like that, some mode of transport. This is just, it's a colossal waste of time. You don't get anything. That's +1, it's 100 times Dynasty reputation, survive force even. This doesn't give me any. How do I build my village now? I mean, this is a game where you're supposed to build a village, build a legacy, a dynasty, and you're capped at 5 buildings. Either way, I'm going to have to call it here for this particular episode. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for sticking with me on this journey. And putting up with my horrible negativity. Don't forget to hit that like button, Let me know that you know, at least enjoyed the content. If you know, if you sympathize with me or not. And I'll see you in the next episode.